Hello. This is amazing actually. I hit 100 subscribers, although by the time I'm recording this video there will probably be more. And so I've decided to do something that is extremely original, yes I know, and it's a Q&A video. And I ask on Twitter for people to ask me their questions and I will answer some of them. I would like to say that I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question. But if you have another one, just feel free to leave me one in the comments. So let's go. Okay, so the first question is what got me interested in dinosaurs and all that stuff. It was, I will say, after I watched Walking with Dinosaurs and Jurassic Park. These have been the two pieces of media that moved me to learn more about these creatures. In fact, after that, my parents gave me my first dinosaur book that I still keep to this day. Is Dinosaurs de la a la Z, Dinosaurs from A to Z. It's a book that is really, really cool. It features not only dinosaurs, but tons of other prehistoric creatures. It's terribly inaccurate as it stands today. Like, the depictions are really antiquated. There are names of dinosaurs that we no longer use. But to this day, I still keep it because it's a nice reminder of where do I begin. I mean, it was a time in which feathers in dinosaurs weren't accepted, and now every dinosaur is, well, potentially need to be feathered. An animal I will bring back. Personally, I'm not of the idea of bringing back any extinct animal because I'm of the idea that their time already passed, and the world that we live now is not at all similar to how it was in the past. Now, if I could, and if I had to, well, the most common, and I think the most obvious choice for me would be woolly mammoths. That would be the animal I would love to see alive. There is this weird, and I will say, primeval feeling towards mammoths that I think a lot of people have. And I think the reason why is because they were an important part of our ancestors' lifestyles. We used them for not only for food, but their bones were used for fuel and to build huts and tools. There are tons of bone carvings made of bones of mammoths. So I think that recreating them and the idea of bringing them back stems from this idea that it's a piece of our world that just disappeared. And I think that that's the reason why a lot of people miss them. And honestly, it's the kind of animal I would like to bring back. There are places where they can live. There are still places that resemble the steppe that they once inhabited. A dinosaur will be the best pet for humans? I believe a dromaeosaur or an ornithopod, like a hypsilophodon, like those kinds of dinosaurs. These were really intelligent animals, and I think that you wouldn't find it hard to find food for them. Like many dromaeosaurs ate small prey like rats and other kinds of small animals. So you can feed them with rodents or even with pieces of chicken. The ornithopods will require ferns, but I believe that these two dinosaurs will be the most useful. They have the size, there are some species that are roughly the size of a dog. So I think these were the ones that I will choose as a pet. So this femboy asked, favorite non-dinosaur. Well, I will say my favorite prehistoric creature that is not an animal are mammoths, saber-toothed cats, therocephalians, and gorgonopsids. These are the ones that are mostly my favorite. But if I had to name just one, I will say that they are the predators of the Permian. I mean, just look at them. They are just fucking cool. What bird could be eaten by humans? Well, there were many birds in the time of the dinosaurs that were similar to us. Like there is this bird, I think it was Asterornis, I think was the name, that it has similarities with chickens and ducks. So I think that would be a really good substitute. And I personally, some people have asked me, how does dinosaur flesh will taste like? And I personally cannot tell you with every single dinosaur group, but I can tell you without a doubt that the flesh of dromaeosaurs, like the feathered dinosaurs, will taste similar to that of chickens or other birds that we eat. Like, of course, the ancestors of birds. Duh. Favorite? Okay, there are many extinct living fossils right now, crocodiles, coelacanths, but my favorite is the horseshoe crab. Look at this boy. Look at him. I mean, he's been here even before the dinosaurs were around. Like, he's fucking cool. I think I need to make a video about them one day. I think that video is coming. Yeah, moving on. Would you consider Australorvinator a Chad? I mean, he's already Chad. He lives in Australia. Like, what's more Chad than that? I love Australia. I mean, you guys lost the war against emus. That basically means that you and China are the two countries that lost the war against the descendants of the dinosaurs. Good for you, Australia. Do I sit at night waiting for owls? The area I live has no owls, as far as I know. And if they are here, they live more to the countryside. In my country of Chile, there are some species of owls. Yeah, by the way, I live in Chile. It's a country located in South America. It's a really cool place to live. We have deserts in the north. The south is full of forests, glaciers, and rivers, lakes, and goats. Yeah, and a lot of sheep. There's a lot of sheep in the south. But honestly, it's a pretty cute place to live. Do we have owls? Yes, we have some species of owl, but they live in the north of Chile. So no, I sadly don't wait for owls at night. Yeah, that's a shame. I believe that the biggest dinosaur I can beat, like if I had like a sword and something like a knight, a Dilophosaurus, I think I could pretty much beat all of the little ones. I mean, technically with a gun you can beat pretty much any dinosaur, but honestly, if I'm thinking like with a sword and shield and do like a knight fighting a dragon, I think the largest one I could defeat is a Dilophosaurus. A mice the size of a velociraptor, well, that would be the size of a turkey, and as far as I know, some rodents got more big than that. So yeah, I think it would be an epic fight to like do a painting or something. The glorious fight between Almandias and a rat the size of a dinosaur. My favorite dinosaur documentary will forever be Walking with Dinosaurs. There are many more, and I believe that in time I will talk about them. But the reason why I still like Walking with Dinosaurs despite the inaccuracies, because he hasn't survived the test of time, I mean, no documentary does, is because it's one of the only ones that attempted to do something that to that point no one had ever tried. It depicted dinosaurs as, well, animals, doing other stuff than just roaring and eating each other. I mean, this is the reason why I love Walking with Dinosaurs and what I hope more documentaries do. Show dinosaurs as animals, having other behaviors like reproduction, the way they interacted with their environment, more things than just killing each other. Because for some reason they believe that this still sells. No, it's boring and everyone does it. Yeah, I've seen them and honestly I like them. They look badass. I used to be a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the past, and for some reason I stopped watching it. I don't remember why, but I always was a fan of it. Like I really love this kind of universe. Like I grew up with Pokemon, Digimon. There were tons of shows I watched back then. I always liked that they added dinosaurs in some way, shape, or form, especially in card games. My favorite time period to study, I have several. First of all would be the Mesozoic, the time when the dinosaurs lived. Second would be the Permian era, that is before the Triassic period. In this time, the world was dominated by reptiles that were closer to mammals. They actually had whiskers and canines, and I like many of the animals that appear in that time. The second period is, of course, the age of the mammals, and one of my favorite times is the Miocene. The Miocene is really interesting because at this time, various ecosystems around the world look modern, in the fact that many of the animals represented in these ecosystems still are alive today. They are the modern groups. We have the ancestors of elephants, horses, antelopes, cats, dogs. Yeah, they're still prehistoric, but you get an idea that these look much more modern than they did in the past. And the plant life also. Those are my periods that are my favorite to learn about. And of course the last one will be the Ice Age. Like, who doesn't like to learn about the Ice Age? And the last question is, where do I see myself in 10 years? Well, I believe that 10 years from now, likely I will have finished my uni education. Likely I will travel around the world. Getting married is a possibility, although not something that I really want to do until I have a job, a stable one. And my wish is that till I get to my 30s, I still talking about dinosaurs, teaching people about them, sharing information, because there is still lots of things to learn about them and to show. And that's my hope with this channel. My hope is to have a ever-growing community of people that are interested to learn about prehistoric creatures and basically what they mean to the history of life on Earth. I believe that there are a lot of things that people have gotten wrong, and I don't blame them. I think that the basis of the blame I have with some people having outdated knowledge is because of movies and certain publications. Like, for example, there is a time I was talking to my grandfather and I mentioned about the human evolution, and he immediately asked me about the Peking man, the man from Java, and even the Cro-Magnon. And the fact is that these terms are outdated and no longer used in anthropological circles to talk about these creatures. And I don't think that is a problem. I think ignorance is a sin, but I don't think that someone willfully stays ignorant. My belief is that people will like to learn when you show them in a attractive and entertaining light. That's the reason why documentaries like Walking with Dinosaurs have remained so relevant for so many people, because they show in a way that was never seen before. Now I can make an entire video on how you can make a great dinosaur documentary, and that video sure is going to be made someday. But right now I would like to thank all of you for the 100 subscribers. I promise to put more videos out. I've let this channel almost sleeping. And thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I hope that you want to learn more, and see you next time.